Welcome to the Horror and Gore Horror Movie Podcast, your number one Fuck. I got
I love
it. Welcome to the Horror and Gore Horror Movie Podcast, your number one podcast for all things horror. I'm your host, Big Goobs, and of course, I'm joined with my buddy, Dakota. How are you today, man?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Goose?
Good. First day of school today, so it was a chaotic one, but we survived. How about you? How's your week been?
It's been good. Work is a little bit crazy, but besides that, nothing new.
Yeah, feel that. But we have a great topic today, and we're going to get into that in just a little bit, but we got a few things to cover. What have you watched this week?
Oh, that is a great question right there. So, starting off the week last week, I finally watched Collateral.
Nice.
Really enjoyed the movie. After I finally watched Fantastic Four: First Steps. And I already like Thunderbolt. I already love Thunderbolts. I love Fantastic Four. And I love First Steps. It's shooting in the right direction of what Marvel was doing, going back to like OG Marvel ways, setting up for Doomsday, it looks like.
Nice.
Then after that, I watched the new Pixar movie, Elio. Really good movie.
I didn't get a chance to see it.
It's so good. It's funny. There's a little cute character in there. Like, I wish I had one of him. He's like a little worm. His name's like Gordon. He's funny as shit. Then, of course, I watched Together.
Hell yeah. Nice little mix. Kind of same thing here. I went kind of all over the place with genres this week. So I went and saw the A24 directorial debut of Ava Victor, her movie Sorry Baby. Definitely a drama, and it blew me away. It was fantastic. Then I watched a small independent horror comedy called Zombie Con Volume 1. Real fun zombie movie. Doesn't take itself too serious, but it does the job. Then I rewatched my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, Inglourious Bastards. My favorite Tarantino. Then I watched a dark comedy called Et Tu. About a stagehand doing a production of Julius Caesar, and then some real life stabbing happens. So Lou Diamond Phillips is unhinged in that film. Then I watched a couple foreign films. The first one was Ghost Killer. It's a Japanese supernatural revenge film. Super dope. Fight choreography was great. And then I watched probably my favorite martial arts movie, and I watched Ip Man with Donnie Yen. 5 out of 5 masterpiece. I watched, and then I rewatched Urban Legend from 1998. Underappreciated 1990s slasher.
Haven't seen that one yet.
It's a good one. It's got a great reveal. Motive is good. And it's a shame that the sequel that we got to it was so bad, because it could have been a good franchise. But with the reboot coming out, I don't remember when it's coming out, but hopefully it starts the franchise up right again.
Wait, so who done it, slasher?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought it was actually about.
No, yeah. Yeah, so the it's a whodunit, but the killings happen based off of different urban legends. And so it's It's super sick, man. I think it's
Oh,
available
that's
on Prime.
interesting.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
actually have that one on digital. I had that for digital for about 2 years, and I've been putting it off because I thought it was the other thing. But if it's a whodunit slasher, I would definitely have to go on that. I was going to ask you.
It
There's two more. There's the Final Cut and then Bloody Mary. Is both of those whodunit also?
the second the direct sequel, I think that's Final Cut. That one is, but I haven't seen the other one. I didn't even know there was a third one.
Yeah, there's a third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Okay, I think it was. Oh, let me look at the poster. I think it's early 2000s. It's kind of creepy. Let me look that up real quick.
Okay.
Urban legend. I will look at it later.
Yeah.
But was that it for your watches this week?
Yep, that's my watches, and of course, I did watch our main topic, but I was able to see an early screener of it, so early showing. So it technically wasn't this week, but but yeah.
Okay.
So we got quite a bit of horror news. I'll let you start off with the first one.
Okay, so our first one is that technically today the trailer drops for Shelby Oaks, but if you guys went to go see together, they showed the trailer in front of the movie. So when I went to go see the movie yesterday, I saw it. Saw again today. Done I would say a trailer reaction, but I didn't react to it. I kind of like rewatched it and like broke down a little bit things like, oh, I remember that. That kind of shocked me. That I'm not gonna say anything. I know you want to stay everything out of the goops. I'm just gonna say you can see Chris Tuckman's vision in there, but you can see
Yeah.
probably where Neon took it over because they want to make the story a little bit more interesting, and they want to put a little bit more money into gore, bloodiness, and you could definitely see that in it. It looks terrifying. It looks scary. It comes out October 3rd. I'm going to see it opening weekend, and I'm so hyped for it.
It's found footage, right?
So, okay, that's the thing I thought so too. I think they changed up from the found footage aspect into a mixture, a little bit of both. But
Yeah.
it goes along with the story, and I don't want to tell you that part.
Okay.
I think his original idea though was found footage. The whole entire thing
Okay.
was found footage.
Cool. Yeah, I'm excited to see it. Like I said, I want to try to keep the mystery alive, and but it just shows that you can, starting off as a YouTuber, you can, and doing your own thing, you can fucking make a whole damn movie for the masses to see. So I'm excited.
I'm gonna say this: if this film does as good as I think it's going to, we're going to see a lot more of Stuckman with Neon. It kind of reminds me not a lot, but the similarities of what Long Legs was.
Okay. I enjoyed Long Legs.
I love Long Legs.
Unhinged Nick Cage. That's all you got to hear. But the next piece of news got me excited. We have a Quiet Place 3 coming out. It's going to be hitting in 2027. Looks like July 9th. John Krasinski is coming back to write it and direct it. No word if he's going to somehow get himself reprised in there, but this is supposed to take place after the second one. So A Quiet Place Day 1 is its own separate being. So this one follows Quiet Place and Quiet Place 2 directly, that storyline. So I'm excited to see it. I loved Quiet Place, and Quiet Place 2 actually, I might like it a little better. So, but John Krasinski has this universe pretty down packed, and I'm excited to see it.
Okay, I'm excited for this. I like the first. Okay, I like day one. I like all of them, but
Yeah.
I know you and I heard Ray say this today in his video that he likes part two also more. I think I like part one more. I need
It's
to
not bad.
rewatch them all, but I think the first is still my favorite.
Yeah, they're solid. Both of them are solid, and I even like the third one. And hey, if they want to throw the cat from the third one in there, I'm cool. Or from day one, I'm cool with that. That cat was awesome. But what we got next?
So for this one, I'm not 100% sure about this. This is why I'm speculating. Sorry if I messed up. Is that I think it was this past Friday. It's Friday or Saturday. I think it was Friday. John Carpenter collabed with Scared Bones on his Instagram, and all we saw was the Halloween 2018 mask, the Halloween Ends, and Halloween Kills mask. Some people thought there was a fourth mask, but I was paying close attention afterwards, and it's just like a circulation of all the masks together. And I looked on Scared Bones page, their Instagram page, and they're like a record place. Like they make vinyls and everything. So a lot of people are wondering if some people, and I think especially me, that they're going to do a special vinyl for the Halloween trilogy from Blumhouse. And if it is, it will be. I don't know when it'll be released, but we will get official announcement tomorrow from where this post is from where you guys are listening to this. It will be tomorrow, August 6th on Wednesday. We will get the official announcement, which I think is that I think we're not getting a new movie or anything. I know Blumhouse has said in the past this past month, that they would actually love to get the rights back for the franchise. But I think John Carpenter is just going to be doing a vinyl for this, which I'm going to be picking up probably. I don't have a vinyl player, but collecting that's my first vinyl I would definitely get to because I like all three of those scores in that trilogy.
Oh yeah. So, for all you horror merch fans, Fright Rags has some new Toxic Avenger 2025 merchandise. I skimmed through it a little bit before the episode, and it's pretty dope. I like the all green with the top of the barrel. So, yeah, no, the one that it looks like the barrel itself.
I've seen all of these. So I just need to refresh my mind because I was going to actually get one of these when they first came out, but I never did.
Yeah, it's the one that the Toxic Avenger mop shop, and it's just
okay, I know
with the emblem or the logo. I like that one. Plus, I like green, but all the Fright Rag stuff is freaking sweet. So,
and they're all. So it looks like I'm looking at the prices right now. That and the other shirts are $33 if you want the comfort colors of the one. It looks like Toxie breaking through like the loophole, and this is the hero we need now. That is $34. So I think probably like a little bit looser. Probably from like, you know how Fright Rags kind of has like the athletic material, and then they have like kind of like what this is like. This is from I forgot what it is. It's some other company. Like this is actually cotton for this Friday the 13th shirt. So I'm wondering if they actually have cotton for that.
Yeah.
But can I, before we go in our next topic, can I like pull a little bit off of that for Fright Rags?
Yeah.
So today, I know our friend Ian Bengal already told him about this. He's a big fan of this movie. So if you guys like to collect movie like glasses, like drinking glasses, Fright Rags released yesterday from where this episode dropped. So Monday, they released 2 glasses. They did a reprint of the Creep Show, and then they, for the first time, they have a glass for a house of 1,000 corpses.
Yeah, that
And
looks sick.
the design on it looks awesome.
Yeah,
Which am
that
I
looks
going?
sick.
I really want it, but right now, Spears open up soon, and I see merchandise there. I kind of want more.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But with that being said, let's get into our next one. Unless if you want to take your Goops, do you want to take your me get it?
Sure. I mean, I think I can throw this one out there. So, if anybody knows anything about hard ciders, they've heard of Angry Orchard, which is basically just a hard apple cider. But they are actually collabing with the Jason universe, and they are making a thriller pack of hard apple ciders, and with multiple different can designs. The box is a special design as well. I need to find out where they're going to release these because I just need that to collect, because the fucking design, I'm a sucker for a good design, especially when it comes to a beer or any type of beverage, and that is awesome.
Do you know the flavors?
Oh shoot, I looked it up when I first saw it on Bloody Disgusting, but I don't remember the flavors.
Don't worry, I got you. So before we get into this, they're partner up with the JC Universe because of their little short film that they're releasing called Sweet Revenge, like we talked about last week in the news portion. So you got 4 flavors. You got berry, bewitched, orange blood, headless pumpkin, and sinful apple.
Dude, that pumpkin one sounds fire.
I like pumpkin, but I'm gonna go with the apple because it's cinnamon apple. I
Oh,
I love a good cinnamon apple.
yeah, it's gonna be a fun thing, and I hope it goes like nationwide, and it's not just one of those like limited releases where you have to find your way online and whatnot. I hope it's actually a pretty decent release.
Or they drop them like at Kroger or something.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
really hate when they do that shit.
I know, and I get it because they want the buzz and they want the limited timeness, but I want that. So hopefully it's a wider release, but we'll see.
So for our next piece of news, which it depends on how you feel about this person. Hostel is coming back. So the trilogy is coming back, but in the form of a TV series now. It's going to be happening on Peacock with Paul Giamatti starring it. And Eli Roth will be coming back to direct these episodes. So this was a rumor a long time ago. I think about 2 years ago that Roth was going to come back and have a series with anyone in Giamatti. So it looks like he got him on board. It's going to be on Peacock. Peacock is getting a lot of hard stuff. They got this. They got Camp Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I haven't like the only thing Eli Roth I've watched is Thanksgiving. You know how much, like all of you guys know how much I love Thanksgiving. I haven't watched anything else of Eli Roth though. I haven't watched Hostel. I haven't watched Green Inferno, Cabin Fever. So I don't know his taste in other things besides technically slasher. Because if you look, he has done every type of movie. He's done slasher with Thanksgiving, body horror with Cabin Fever. This is technically like the torture and everything with Hostel.
Yeah. I like Eli Roth's films. I like Hostel 1 and 2. I enjoy The Green Inferno. It's kind of like his homage to Cannibal Holocaust. Super bloody, super gory. I enjoy Thanksgiving. It's a fun turn on and just enjoy a slasher. And I fucking love Paul Giamatti, so sign me up. I forgot what other Eli Roth did. I know he has a lot of like Eli Roth Presents, like The Sacrament, that found footage mockumentary directed by Ty West. It was presented by Eli Roth. Also, the upcoming Jimmy and Stiggs is with Horror Selections production company, Eli Roth's new thing. So he knows how to especially support the indie horror scene, which is what I like. So even though this is going to be on Peacock and everything like that, I don't mind it at all. And Giamatti was fantastic, and I think it was the first Hostel he was in, and his character's wild. So I'm excited for it.
So the other movies I looked up that he done Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Wasn't the biggest
besides
fan.
besides horror wise, he done Death Wish, the one with Bruce Willis.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
The Clock with its oh my goodness, that's a long title. The house with a clock's the house with a clock in its walls.
Is that the one with Jack Black?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then he done Borderlands.
Oh yeah, I didn't even watch that one.
I
wasn't gonna waste my time, but what I am gonna put my time in is this next one, because The Conjuring Last Rites next trailer. I don't know if this is the final trailer, but this fucking movie looks scary as shit. I know the Warrens are pieces of shit and grifters and whatnot, but goddamn, does this movie look scary? Did you watch this trailer?
No, I'm actually probably going to stay away from this,
dude.
I'm glad for the one trailer. I just want to get a little taste, because I really want to know the case of what the Smurls went through. And I think I got a little taste of what I did in the first trailer. I'm going to stay away. I'm going to watch this in IMAX probably September 6th, and that's all I want. Unless if they show it before, like Weapons or something.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm ready. What we got next?
So, next, we got some physical media news. So, the Chucky TV series is getting a steelbook release from Universal. It will be released on September 23rd. I think everywhere where you can get your physical media, like Walmart, Amazon, Target. We're really running out of places with physical media now. I just realized.
I know. That's why the best thing is like these like little boutique labels, you know, like your Shout Factories and what's the other one that people get all the time? Arrow. You know, it's like, yeah, we're running out of these places, like big box places. And me, I'm a DVD collector. I don't necessarily collect 4Ks or, you know, Blu-rays. I don't go after those ones, except for like the exclusive one. Like I got the Terrifier 2 and 3 Steelbook, you know, certain ones. But on a regular basis, I'm a DVD collector, and got to stick to those independent local shops now to find anything like that.
Heck, for me, if I want to find DVD, I gotta go to the Goodwill. Which Goodwill actually does have some good stuff. Don't ever turn down Goodwill.
No.
Oh, you want to talk about Goodwill? Oh, what was it? I went there a year ago or a year and a half ago. And my dad has been talking about this movie. My brother has been talking about this movie. I still haven't seen that movie yet. But I found a copy of what's the one with Burt Reynolds? It was in my head. He's out in the woods. When it's him and John Boyd.
I'm not sure.
Deliverance.
Oh.
Yes, I have never seen a copy of that until I walked in the Goodwill. I bought it that day.
Nice.
It's one of those, the older ones where it's like the cardboard and like it
Yeah,
clips
it's got the
open.
little clip open and yep.
Looks perfect too, and that's why I kept in this little toe over here to not
Yeah.
get messed up or anything.
Oh yeah. I got plenty of those.
Nobody.
Here's my favorite one.
What movie is that?
Detroit Rock City.
Never seen it.
Oh, dude, it's one of the freaking like best comedies. Oh, fucking love it. But yeah, it's got the clasp open with the cardboard. But
Sometimes I wish they still had that.
yeah, physical media is as much as it's deteriorating, it's also coming back in certain ways. So I'm excited.
True.
But speaking of The Conjuring, from a few minutes ago, the Conjuring Universe movies will be coming back to theaters from August 18th to September 3rd. But it looks like it's only going to be at Regal, so I'm out of luck. I don't have any Regals. But
I do, but I'm not going to see these though. I can watch these at home.
Exactly. I saw them all in theaters when they first came out. So, but still pretty cool. I'm not going to go on a tangent, but I will make a statement that I think movie theaters, to get people to come back to the theater on an off week where there's not much new releases or whatnot, bring back old blockbuster movies, bring back old horror movies, bring back on a more consistent basis. I'm just going to throw one out there. Like bring back, because they're bringing like Jaws back for the 50th and whatnot. That's cool and all, but don't wait for an anniversary. Shit, bring back The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. I'd go watch that on the big screen.
Oh, you will love my theater. Every Sunday they do Flashback Sunday.
Yes.
We have got like The Mummy 3 times.
Yeah. Like that's what should happen. Like I think one of the theaters out here does like on a Tuesday where they throw like a $5 classic one in there. But that's cool, but do it more. Like for more showings, like who wouldn't want to have them to bring back the original Jurassic Park or Top Gun or those early 90s action movies. Bring them back in the theater like Speed or whatever. But that's my tangent.
Speed is good.
You would bring back so much business coming back to these theaters that would do that, in my opinion. But that's probably why I don't own a theater. But still,
to be honest with you, I think that's what IMAX is trying to do. Because if you look, even though it's the 15th anniversary, they have never done anything for Black Swan until this year.
yeah,
it's only for IMAX. Because if it regular stuff, they're not gonna bring Black Swan back. So IMAX is like jumping the ball right now and like doing that like Jaws.
Yeah.
It's getting IMAX showings, so it's getting a lot more IMAX showings than regular showings.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just my little tangent on theaters.
Which the thing I was gonna say is with this, like bringing movies back, especially what they're doing with The Conjuring, they done that with when Halloween Ends came out. Each week, I know it was the days leading beforehand. I know that Friday, I think like the whole entire weekend, they re-released the original in theaters, which I went to go see that in theaters. Like never seen in theaters. Wanted to see that, seen it several times beforehand. Then before that Thursday, that Tuesday and Wednesday, they reshown 2018 and Kills Before It Ends came out.
Nice.
Which I kind of agree with you. Besides these little things of like this, they should kind of do all the time because there's a lot more movies I want to see that I haven't seen in the theater before to
Yeah.
see on a big screen.
I mean, especially for somebody who's younger like you to experience these things that we've seen before on the big screen, but it would just bring so much more excitement to the theater again, in my opinion. But that maybe we'll talk about something like that on a different episode, because I feel like we could go back and forth on a lot of
like bring horror movies back to the theaters. Yeah, that
Yeah.
just sound like a good episode for one day.
Yeah.
Speaking about
What we
horror movies, Zach Galligan, I think that's his name, says that the Gremlins 3 script is done, and it's just waiting on the approval from Steven Spielberg now to go forward.
I have a hot take. I like Gremlins 2 better than the first Gremlins. I love the new batch.
Never seen Gremlins 2. Seen Gremlins 1, not seen Gremlins 2.
Dude, Gremlins 2 is so chaotic and just so fucking... Yeah, chaotic is the best way to describe it, but I fucking love it. And I think it's more enjoyable than the first one, in my opinion. But I'm wondering where they're going to go with the story with 3, but...
This is one we'll say. For this... No, okay, now with the movie. You know how every holiday season they bring some music into like Halloween music, Christmas music, right? Gremlins is a Christmas movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And stores saying they start playing the Gremlins theme. I'll be glad. I'll be so happy if they play some Gremlins theme in there. They play Thriller during Halloween. They play so many. Come on, let's bring a little bit of Gremlins into Walmart.
Right? Yeah. It's a great one. And I haven't heard anything of what the synopsis may or may not be, but I'm down for another installment. Hopefully they go practical. That's all I got to say. I don't want CGI Gremlins. But now the next one, I had been looking forward to this movie for quite some time. I put it on my watch list, almost a year ago, I feel like. But we finally got a trailer for The Whistle. And that basically those death Aztec whistles is what this story revolves around, and blowing that. I don't know the exact synopsis, but the trailer looks absolutely terrifying. I watched this trailer and it looks fucking scary.
I'm not gonna watch the trailer. I just need that one image. That's all I needed.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. It looks good. I can't remember when it's actually coming out. I think it's next.
Is it getting a theatrical release?
I think it is. Whistle. Yeah, 2025 actually, and it's coming out.
Oh, where's that? As festival premieres?
Oh no, it's expected 2026. But a misfit group of unwitting high school students stumble upon the cursed object as an ancient Aztec death whistle, and then of course they discover that when they blow into it, the terrifying sound it emits, the summoning of their future deaths to hunt them down. Shit. But yeah, it looks cool. It's actually an IFC movie. So that's pretty cool. And Shudder picked it up. IFC and Shudder.
It will be released in theaters. If it's IFC, it will be released in theaters. Then we'll go Shudder.
Yep. So I'm excited for that one.
Please give a worldwide release, not the limited release.
Yes, definitely. And the last piece.
For our last piece of news, which I'm excited about this actually to talk about this. Netflix's Frankenstein from Guillermo del Toro has first images, and I'm glad they did show Jacob Elordi's full design as Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Just you saw his eye a little bit. You could tell. I think he's gonna be good at this because I think was Boris Karloff tall?
I believe so.
You could see that Guillermo picked it tall. Like Jacob Elordi's like 6'7", so
Yeah.
he's got that stature and build for Frankenstein. I've seen pictures of Oscar Isaac in this. He doesn't look that bad. But picture Mia Goth though reminds me of one movie and one director's style. It reminds me a lot of Nosferatu with Robert Eggers.
Yeah.
And this is speaking of theatrical releases, this pisses me off because this should have got a theatrical release.
Dude, it's probably going to get like a week and a half, 2 weeks because Netflix is stupid. But this movie deserves to be on the big screen. Guillermo del Toro is a gothic horror master, and his movies are so visually stunning, and it's a shame that this one won't get a fucking worldwide release.
What this show got is the new what Greta Gerwig is doing with Narnia. Guillermo should have put that same deal. So what Greta is doing is for the first month or 3 weeks. No, it's actually 2 weeks. IMAX only. Getting a theater release in IMAX a month beforehand. I think I'm really hoping they actually do that because seeing this movie in IMAX on that big screen, especially the way it looks and everything, would be excellent. Because this release is November. If you do this early November or mid-October or right around the Halloween season with Frankenstein, oh yeah, you'll be good.
Yeah.
Or do it. To be honest with you, I know the perfect time if you want to do it. You got Mortal Kombat coming out the 24th, right, of October. Then you got The Running Man and I forgot what other movie came out. Oh, Predator Balance coming out IMAX for that week. That week of that drops on Halloween till the 7th, they should put an IMAX run in the whole release.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that stupid Netflix stuff, but I'm hoping to at least get some sort of release so we can see it on the big screen like it should be. But instead of Netflix, we're going to talk about our main topic. And that main topic is Neon's most recent horror movie release starring Dave Franco and Allison Brie. We're going to talk about Together, which is in theaters right now. So we're going to give our non-spoiler review real quick, and then we will jump off into some spoilers. But Dakota, what was your spoiler-free review for Together?
Okay, so going into this movie, I seen very little of the promotion. I try to stay away from this as much as possible. I saw very little because of social media loves to pop this shit up, so I got very little taste of it. Going into this movie, I knew going into this, I knew that this was not a full horror movie because of all our friends have seen it South by Southwest. So going into this, I kind of knew there was some comedy to this. So I already knew this kind of was going to be a body horror comedy a little bit. And I really enjoyed this movie. Dave Franco, Allison Brie, they're really good in this. Their chemistry is already there because, of course, they're married in real life. So you see that right there. The way that Matt Chapman directs this, not even directs it, but the way this movie looks and his vision of this movie as his directorial debut looks amazing. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the way the movie looks and like the color palette and everything, kind of like bringing her back, but like opposite color wise. Like this is more brighter and that's more darker,
Yeah.
but it's like visually like popping.
Yeah. For sure. And it's real quick. Michael Shanks.
Okay, it's Michael Shanks. Oh,
Yeah.
Michael.
I don't know who Michael Chapman is, but no.
I think it's Mark. I think I'm thinking Mark Shackman from Fantastic Four. That's the closest that those two have been released so far.
Makes sense. You talked about it earlier.
So this movie is so good. I like the story of this. There is a little bit of nitpicks for me in this. The CGI, there's a CGI part at the end that's bothered me a little bit. I think they could have went more practical with that. The twist, I knew the twist. I knew it as soon as I saw it. I'm like, yo, we're going here, and I knew who was over it too. I'm thinking if it's not him or her, and yeah, it was that person.
Yeah.
The dialogue was a little bit here and there. It's like one or two. I think it's some of the jokes didn't hit that well for me, but some of them really did. Like the jokes, like the good outdone the bad.
Yeah.
And that's about it. Like the rest of this movie was so damn good.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. First and foremost, yeah, I love this movie. It's one of my favorites of the year, and not going to jump too far into it, but I mean, if you've seen the trailer or read the synopsis, I mean, you can kind of guess that how this movie is kind of going to go. At least that's what you think. But then there's a twist in this film that just kind of, or not a twist, but a tonal shift that totally took me by surprise. I didn't expect it to go the way that it did, but I love the dynamic between Alison Brie and Dave Franco. I don't think this movie would have been as good if it wasn't for those two and their chemistry, because the way that the movie shot and how the subject matter is dealing with the relationship dynamics and kind of PTSD and codependency within relationships, how this is kind of formulated, was so good. And you needed a couple that had that much chemistry. But I feel like from the shot selection, the cinematography, the sound design was absolutely fantastic. It was just like an onslaught to your fucking ears on some of these scenes, which I'll go to a little further in with the spoiler. But I felt the message was there. They weren't beating around the bush with it. It was just like, hey, this is what this is about, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to put it right in your face. And I absolutely loved it. So if you have seen Together, stick around, because we're about to get into the meat and potatoes of it and go into some spoilers and deeper thoughts. If you haven't, save this video, go see it in theaters, and then come back and listen to the rest. But where do you want to start off with our spoiler conversation, Dakota? Or let me ask you the first question. When you walked out of the theater, did it make you feel, holy shit, thank God I'm single? Or did it make you feel like, oh, being with somebody and becoming one in a relationship is a good thing? Like, how did it make you feel?
I didn't think of that actually going out. I was thinking something else, but not about the movie, about like how this movie compared against another movie. That's what I thought of. But I haven't thought of that question at all. I could see a little bit of both. Yeah. It shows both sides in this movie very well. And I think that comes across with Allison Brie and James Franco.
Yeah.
More probably, if I had to answer that question, more being one, because this movie really shows you, like, if you're lonely, like the deep dark sides of being lonely.
Yeah.
But it also shows you the problems, the good and the bad of being in a relationship also.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when I left, I was like, you know what? Because of how this is portrayed, yeah, it talks about codependency and having the fear of kind of like losing yourself, being with somebody, being with your partner, but it's like you're losing a part of yourself, but you're actually gaining the other half of you with your significant other. I thought this movie was great, and that's how I determined it, because I'm like, I won't go into further any. We'll talk about it at the end, but how the ending was, I was just like, yes, it's a scary thing when you get into a relationship and commitment and depend on your partner to kind of be what you're missing, because we're all missing something, whether it's confidence, love, anything. And when you find a partner, they're the ones that complete you. So yeah, you're missing something and you're scared of it while you're in the relationship, but honestly, what you're missing is what they're going to provide for you. And that's why I felt like this is a perfect conversation of relationships and codependency and how it's not a bad thing. That's just how I felt. But they definitely told this story in a fucking wild way.
Most definitely.
What did you think of, I know the conversation, what did you think of the body horror element? Did you think it was enough? Did you think they could have went harder? Do you think for the tone of this movie, was it good? What did you think?
I think the tone of this movie was good. I thought it was really good because of it being a horror comedy. I think it meshed really well together because I've seen. Let me think of how many body horror films. To be honest, I think I've seen one or two. I know I've definitely seen one of Cronenberg's, and that's Fly. And that's a full body horror movie.
Yeah.
And it shows all the way fucking through too. But I think it was good. It really shows. Okay, the body horror with this really went along with the story. It's not in your face.
Yeah.
It goes along with the story very well, and it keeps the story coherent and moving forward, and not dragging it back,
right,
and leaving things out of it that you want in a movie or in this movie to be exact.
Yeah. I felt with the body horror, I thought it played very well with this storyline and how it was more of kind of like a supernatural being kind of thing. That was what was pushing the body horror, the pushing of them coming together, or should I say rather pulling them together as one, you know what I mean? And from the very beginning when they were in the cave, and that first little bit with the legs being touched together, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this is going to be a good one. And as much as I thought it was going to be absolutely wild, it was more tame than I thought, but it was, I don't want to say tastefully done because I don't think that's the word, but it was done in a way that fit tonally, you know what I mean, and fit the story of it, because you're not, hence it's being people are talking about, the substance and that sort of thing. I feel the substance went absolutely crazy out of bounds because of just the story and the subject of that. This one is a body horror, but more of a comedic, dark comedy tone to it. So yeah, you get the ooey gooeys, but that's not the main focus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. I did watch The Substance. That was I knew there was another one in there.
Yeah, because The Substance just goes balls to the wall, out of this world body horror.
Like
This
The
one
Fly.
is, yeah, like The Fly, and this one has that subtlety, more of that. Just, I don't want to say reserved, but it's more subtle and more. I guess I'm gonna have to say the word tasteful. You know what I mean? Because this is, if you think body horror, not a lot of people are gonna be ready for that. This one is gonna be more digestible for people getting into a body horror-esque movie, in my opinion. But I will tell you that first scene with the dog, I thought they were going to go absolutely balls to the wall, because when that dog drank that water in the cave and then it showed what that did, I was like, holy shit. I was like, we're about to get some substance shit type creature. But like I said, I can't tell you how much I enjoyed the progression through this film, because going into it, you kind of, with the posters and everything, you kind of get where the story's going. But they did it in a way that was able to keep the suspense and keep the actual shock of what happens until it actually happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was going to ask you, did you know the twist? Did you think that? Did you? Okay, here we go. Let me answer. Actually, ask that right. Did you know the twist? Like,
As far as like
who was it? Who was over?
Cult type stuff. So I had a feeling, just by the way that he was really handsy and really like friendly. I'm like, okay, there's something going on with this guy. And however, did I think that he was going to be like the main antagonist? No. I thought it was going to be kind of like going more into that. I thought he was going to be the one to push them together, no pun intended, because you know how in these type of movies, when you have a dysfunctional relationship and an outside person comes through, they're going to be the one that's going to like cause them to either separate or come together. And I knew he was going to be obviously the one, but then when they were talking in the house, when he mentioned he was gay, I was like, okay, maybe I was definitely wrong, because I thought he was going to try to like pick up on Allison Brie, you know what I mean? And I was like, okay, well, that's not going to happen. So, and I was wondering kind of where everything was going to happen. But I'll tell you, that reveal was pretty fucking good. I felt everything was hidden and progressed really well. I didn't see it coming. That's why I was like, holy shit.
Once the reveal happened, if on the rewatch, you would definitely see a lot of stuff, and it would help out.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you one thing: the 2 rings he had on.
Yeah, because
because of course they're together, so that one person's going to wear both of their rings.
Yeah, because in hindsight, you see these things, and that's why I think this film is so brilliant, especially for a directorial debut for him, to be able to get these little subtle details that don't stick out right away, but on a rewatch or a conversation like this, you notice these things. Like when you start to realize the previous couple that had gone missing, in that area, how he kind of knew what was going on with them and just kind of had a little bit more information. And then you start seeing that play out. You're just kind of like, okay, yeah, something's going on with this particular person, because he was a little too interested and a little too knowledgeable on that couple that went missing. You know what I mean?
So did he trip the wife?
You cut out what? Did he do what with the wife?
Did he No, did he trip the Wi-Fi off in the house?
Oh, dude, that was the thing. I think he was doing something that was causing the issue with the internet and that sort of thing to kind of keep them off the grid, because he was kind of the mastermind and wanted to. And now, I guess we should probably just say the Allison Bree's co-worker, the other teacher, is basically the head of this cult that was in that area that basically morphed people into one person, and like that, hence the movie. So that's who was in charge, and for whatever reason, he wanted, no matter who he came up with, he wanted them to do it and perform that. And if you didn't agree to it, this is where the substance shit comes in, because when that reveal happened, what I thought was really cool, you get two realizations. Allison Brie sees what's going on with him face to face, and Dave Franco sees what's going on in the cave by himself. So they both figure out what's going on and what needs to happen to free themselves from it, but they see it in a different way. You see Allison Brie sees it in the way of morphing together as one and becoming the ultimate soulmates. You see, Dave Franco sees it as, we're going to be this fucking hideous, morphed, Siamese twin looking body horror creature, because that shit scared the fuck out of me when they came out of the shadows there in the cave. It was fucking great.
Okay. So with the couple, especially with the picture, I didn't think of the bell being in the back of the picture. I thought they were going to find the hole in the back of the picture, the little well thing.
Yeah.
But finding when that happened, so I want to know, my biggest question with this is, did they not join together because they didn't want to, or did it not just like work right?
I think my guess, because I was thinking the same thing, like what makes them conjoin perfectly and what makes them not. Because it seemed like if you were willing to go through that and commit and commit your souls together and that sort of thing, how they did in the ceremony and they became the one. If you pushed back on that or didn't want to, that's when because you're still screwed either way with that ritual with the water and all that stuff. You're still kind of screwed because your bodies are calling for each other. And if you don't accept it and don't accept each other, you're going to be, for lack of a better word, really fucked up. So I think it's because they were not willing to accept what the proposal was, no pun intended, in front of them. That's my thought process of it. Because also think of the dogs in the first of the part of the movie. They can't consent. They don't know how to, agree to it. So that's how they became fucked up.
Okay.
That's my thought.
Did they get out? I was wondering, did they ever get out of the cave though? So they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Oh,
because remember Dave Franco had to go back up on the rope.
Yeah. I wonder. Because I'm trying to remember because I know when he was talking to Allison Brie and kind of revealing everything, I can't remember if he mentioned the couples that aren't willing to do it, and then that's why it went to them. Or if he tried to do the ritual with them and they disagree, or they, said no, and they just kind of put them in the cave, or if they kind of fell in and did the same thing, but they just never left. Now I'm thinking.
I'm wondering if it's they got into the cave, they drank the water, they never got out, and that's what happened. Because of course, Allison Brie's character, like he talked to her and he explained the whole entire thing.
Yeah,
and that's why her and Dave Franco like on it.
Yeah. And my other question is, when they first were in the cave, when they drank the water, when Dave Franco was going through his little like night terror thing, when the cave was actually breathing with him, and it's like, was that part of the ritual where they drank the water, and then because the other part of the ritual was when they used the ring and they cut their arms and they became like that. So I'm wondering if like this whole film and theme just kind of just gives me that feeling of, what's the word I'm looking for, but just like the evolution of beings coming together. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but there's something there that I'm trying to put in words, but I just can't think of it right now.
It's kind of okay. Maybe it's kind of like showing you that, like how they always say that one person's made for the other, no matter what, and you could go through obstacles. Like with another
Yeah.
person, but you'll find yours later on. I'm wondering if it's that.
Yeah, because this was the perfect, like, as weird as it sounds because of how weird and fucked up and like gross this movie is and can be at parts. It's honestly the perfect like movie for relationships and how to work through relationships to make it successful. As weird as that sounds, it's honestly the perfect date movie. In my opinion. No. But
do you want to get to the hard parts, or do you got another question?
I was gonna say, when I went in this, I didn't think it was gonna be as funny as it was. And I thought the comedic timing on a lot of these things was fantastic. Like that part when they're in the fucking hallway being drawn together and they're fucking crushing Adderall to fucking, or whatever it was.
Nobody laughed in my theater. I'm like chuckling in the very back. I'm thinking, I don't know if this is funny or not. He's like, let's fucking snort this shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's like, if you snort, it'll work faster. The muscle relaxers or whatever it was. Dude, I did going from that part when they pass out to them waking up and just eating a sandwich in the kitchen, sitting apart from each other. You know what I mean? It was.
It was they cut themselves apart.
Oh yeah, and then they wake up and they're together. No pun intended. And she's, giving him whiskey, and he looks down, and this is when you finally see them actually morph together in the arm, and they picked up that fucking skill saw, and the facial expressions, the yelling, the screaming, it was comical as fuck, but it was also tense.
What did she say again? Whiskey takes the pain away?
Yeah, she's whiskey takes the pain away, and
she was like seeing it too. I'm like, what the fuck?
And It's like, you better do it before this medicine wears off. And then they cut their arms off together, and it flashes to them just sitting on the floor in the kitchen, eating food, looking at each other, going, what the fuck just happened? Like, the comedic parts of this movie, I felt were so perfectly timed. And I mean, Dave Franco's just funny in general. But also there were some genuine scares. That bathroom scene? Not the one bathroom scene.
No,
the beginning
I want to
shower.
talk. Is this the shower scene? I don't know if it's the shower scene or the bed when he's in the bed. And she's telling him, "Oh yeah, you're not that," and that shit happens, and
Yeah.
oh, I'm getting chills from it. And they look up, and there's that person, and he lifts the covers.
Yeah. And that's another thing this movie tackles is PTSD and like childhood trauma, because Dave Franco's trying to deal with his own shit along with trying to be in this relationship and being there for
Millie.
what's her name? Millie. Being there for Millie. And he doesn't want to forget himself. He doesn't want to, lose himself, but he doesn't even know who his self is because he's dealing with so much trauma from his parents dying and his mom literally sitting by his dead dad for how long. So it's just kind of, it touches on so many things, but we can definitely go into the body horror parts if you want to.
Before that, the funny thing. Oh, what was it? He's like, "Oh, your boy. Oh, you must be the boy partner, Tim."
Yeah.
When he opens the door.
Boy partner. Yeah. And that's what I thought. Like, oh shit, they're he's gonna come in between them, but I was wrong.
The body horror. Let's just start out with the bathroom fucking.
Oh yeah, dude. It was. Oh man, because think of a Chinese finger trap. Oh, that's the more you pull, the tighter it gets.
Oh, I won't quote that now. I'm gonna write that the quote. That's gonna be the quote. That's gonna go on social media. Goobs, the tighter it goes, the more. No, wait. What you said? The harder you go, the tighter it fits.
The harder you pull, the tighter it gets. But yeah. So Millie's a school teacher. She has the job at the school. Tim's ultimate urge overcomes him, and he needs to get to her. And he says, now is the time. And they go to fuck in the bathroom stall at the school. But when they're finished, Chinese finger trap. He is stuck in her. And I have never went so hard in a theater in my life.
Oh no! Okay, please. This is what the comedian timing goes. He's like, when he's like, I can't go. He's like, why? He's like, maybe it's because we haven't had sex in so long. I'm like, what the fuck,
dude? Yeah. So, and when they're pulling, and I'm just like sitting there, my theater is going insane. They're laughing, they're screaming, like. I didn't know what to even do. I was looking at it like this because I'm like, oh. And then when they goes to pull off and you see the stretched out, it shows fucking stretched dick going out. And it was just absolutely hysterical, man. But then
the little boy. That's all I think of when that poor little boy.
Oh yeah, fucking little. He's a little. Excuse me. He's a little snitch. He's a little snitch, man. But she finally just goes, forgive me for this, closes his mouth and just pushes him off. And
I thought she ripped his dick off at first. So I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how it was going to show, but luckily they didn't show the aftermath. Only her, or she was bleeding a little bit, but man, that scene was absolutely amazing.
And of course, when he walks in there, that guy, he knows automatically.
Yeah, he knows. And that's when I thought, okay, something's going on with this guy. Like there's something. And then when she went to his house to apologize, he's like, oh, no, everything's fine. Come in. We'll talk and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, okay, he's up to something. But go ahead.
It's supposed to be a jump scare, but I'm about bust out laughing. It's when the first time she's talking to the guy in the house. She looks at the window and David Franco's just standing right there. It's supposed to be a jump scare. I was about to bust out laughing. It's the way he looks. He's like,
yeah. Because it's like your body, his body couldn't control himself, or he couldn't control his body. It was just going on autopilot. But I loved I didn't love it, because the most disturbing scene for me was that fucking scene where they're sleeping and she's like, you're pulling my hair. And she's like, Tim, wake up. And she turns the lights on and rolls over, and he's got her hair like all the way down.
he's just
down
going into his
throat, dude. And he's just eating her hair. And
He's
she finally and the facial expressions and I don't even like that scene was the worst. That was the worst scene as far as like the body horror type thing. Like that made my stomach quease the most, was that hair in the mouth, dude.
She's like, we got to pull out. He's like, stop pulling.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see his like throat get ripped out. I'm thinking, oh, we're going to go there. Did we just see a pile of hair? I thought the hair was going to move. I really wanted it to move for some reason.
Yeah, it was. But so do you think that, and I hate to ask this question like that, but I mean, you know how the internet is. Everybody says, oh, this is overhyped, or you're too much of this, too much of that. Do you think this lived up to the hype that it was building? Because I think so.
So this is it. I think going into a pure horror movie, because I've heard a lot of this. A lot of people thought this was a straight body horror movie, and they went to that thinking that, and they got disappointed by it.
Yeah,
knowing how much comedy it was in it. I don't know though, because it's been back and forward of like people like this movie, people don't like this movie.
Yeah.
I don't know, because if you think of any other horror movie this year, right? I don't know if the hype for this one is as much as some others, but I think if you take, like, I think Neon gets some hype. I think a lot of people went for this. Could be also for Dave Franco, because out of the two brothers, Dave is the best between the two.
Yeah, we don't talk about
Goblin Jr.
Yeah, we don't talk about Mr. Older Franco anymore with all his stuff. Trying to think if
Did you hear about the controversy with this one though?
So I did hear about it, and I saw that, the guy said that they ripped off the movie because he tried to get the script to them, and they said no, not interested. And then this movie comes out, a little bit, but then Michael Shanks came out and made this, and he was able to show, like, they submitted the script and everything like this back in like 2019 or something like that. which was before that movie that claimed they stole his idea, did come out. I think it was called like Better Half or something like that.
Yeah.
But I honestly think with the information that was provided by Shanks and Neon and all that, I don't want to say I don't believe them, but I don't think it's as clear cut. They plagiarized my movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in all honesty, every movie that comes out, somebody else has probably thought of that or done something in that type of way. You know what I mean? Every movie has similar vibes to it on almost 90% of the stuff's out there, if you think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do they call it? They call it like copycat movies or something, where you can even go online and look, and it's like...
Perfect example I could give you of that real quick is he didn't copycat, he took ideas from Sinners. Where Coogler took ideas from Dust Till Dawn and like all those. And he put it into his movie.
Yeah. Took the ideas of the red eyes from fucking Puss in Boots. Like, everything is inspiration. Now, there is a difference between inspiration and plagiarizing. I totally get it. But from the information that I've seen, and that with this movie still coming out, I believe that there was no ultimate, like, bad stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but before we close out, I want to talk about the ending scene. Because we can't talk about this movie without the ending. Because I know the ending scene had a lot of people kind of split and divided. First off, how did you feel about the execution of the ending of this film?
What do you mean, like execution?
So we both know that in order for them to, when we get to it, it's either one of them has to die to relieve this supernatural pull, or they have to kind of give in and do it, right? So when you finally get to it and they finally say, "Yep, we're good with this. We're gonna fuse and do all that." The execution of them actually fusing. I know this is where a lot of people got a little bit upset with the CGI and that sort of thing. But how did you feel of the overall climax of this movie?
I think it was good because I think it shows two things. I think it shows that they're perfect for each other in that way. This is the problem with the CGI I had. If you're talking about that, yeah, this is the part. I kind of wish they went practical, but I could see the way they did it. Oh, if you want to talk about some gnarly shit, this is kind of a little bit freaky and everything.
Yeah. Because I thought what put them over the edge in saying that, yes, they are perfect for each other, was when they were both willing to die to save the other, to free the other from this curse. Because he was willing to die because he had the knife and he was ready to, right away. She was already willing to die because she had gotten the cut from the ring from the cult leader guy. So they were okay with it. So they were both okay with dying to save the other one. And I feel like that was the ultimate attestment to this whole movie, of them ready to do the ultimate sacrifice for the other person to allow them to be free and be who they are. And so when they both, like, I got a little emotional at the end when he's like crying and like looking up and like, she's almost dead at the point. But then he picks her up and takes her in the house. I'm like, damn, is this how it ended? Like, what the fuck? And then she wakes up and, they're fused together, and he's like, that's how I could only stop the bleeding. And then what hit me right in the soul was when she was like, why did you do that? I was trying to free you. I was trying to free you to be you. And I think, for lack of a better terms, he goes, well, I'm nothing without you. And it was like that full circle moment from at the very beginning when he's on the patio at the party, when they were announcing that they were moving to the countryside and all that stuff for the job. And his buddies are like, like, you're not going to do music anymore. You're losing yourself. I couldn't imagine doing that. But going through this whole progression of the story, he finally realized that he's not losing himself. He's gaining himself with her. And then the whole transformation and everything. I fucking love the filmmaking aspect of it, because goddamn, they mentioned Spice Girls in the very front of the movie, and it finally wrapped around into the end of the movie. And when fucking Two Become One started playing, and the fusion happened, it was perfect execution. Yes, CGI was involved, and it did kind of get a little wonky a little bit, but I thought it was so good.
Then after that, it's the parents show up.
Yeah, and I was wondering how it was going to happen. I'm like, what are we looking at? I thought it was going to be done at that point. Kind of like the what do you call it? The ending of The Sopranos, where it's just the middle of talking and then lights go out. I thought that's how it was going to be, but nope. Her mom and dad show up for dinner, and she opens the door.
Down.
Yep, you see that, and you see dinner set up, and then you see the bell on their front porch, and you're just like, okay. And I thought, my brain was like, oh shit, like, how is it going to work? Open the door, and you have this fusion, non-binary, whole Dave Franco, Allison Brie person. And it was just like the perfect send-off. I mean, I'm just saying, if I had to, I would fuse with my wife. I mean,
my question is, you can finish up real quick now. Ask the question.
No, if I was put in that situation, hell yeah, fuse it up. I'd give myself to be with my wife and always be with her. That's why I felt after this movie, I was like, this is the perfect movie of relationships, and this is going to be probably in my top 5 of the year, depending on how the rest of the year goes. But what were you going to say? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
So there's two things. Do they become the leaders now of the cult? Or is it just, does like get passed down? Or is it?
I mean, because technically the one guy is still alive. She only just like punched him or hit him in the face. And whenever his face kind of like wobbled and it was both of them, that was trippy as fuck. But I mean, he's still technically alive. So.
And the next question is, do you think the parents are going to try? They're going to try to get the parents to fuse together.
I think that conversation is like going to be, yeah, we're still together. We're still doing everything, but he's just not here at the moment or something. Like, that's going to be the craziest thing ever.
Do you think they need to make a prequel to this?
No, dude, I think that this, if anything, it would have to be like a prequel to kind of go where this
Into the
cult
whole
came
church
from
thing?
and kind of flush out the cult aspect of it. But honestly, I don't think it really needs to be. I think this was the perfect open and shut. This is what this movie's about. This is the execution, and this is where we're at. That's what I think.
Because I really want to know where that well came from.
Yeah, that would be the only direction that they could go. I don't want to see a sequel to see like what she does now or he, but
I would rather have a
yeah.
prequel. I don't want a sequel.
Yeah, for sure. But any other thoughts on Neons Together?
I think that is about it.
Yeah. So, like I said, go see this in theaters. It is definitely worth your time. And go ahead and follow. Both Dakota and I's socials will be down in the comment section below. Comment what you guys think about Together. Let us know your thoughts. Also, if you're listening to the audio version, you know what to do. Drop 5 stars. Don't be assholes. Give us the 5 stars and come back for next week because we got tons more content to come. And also, drop a comment. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about because we want to know your thoughts. But from now until we see you next Tuesday, hope you have a great week. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.